Even with the pandemic and laziness, you can't keep a ninja rabbit down for long. After months of racing and crunch time, we have our 16 drivers that made it in. Before we get to that, there's one driver that needs to get out of the way. Come on, Jimmy, I know you can do this. There's absolutely no way you missed the playoffs this time around. Are you shitting, racing guys? This is how Jimmy's gonna go out? Missing the playoffs not once but twice? What more do you need? Well, I got a bit of a tangent on Hamlet that I need to talk about later on. Overall, no 8-time champion for Jimmy Johnson, but he will be the GOAT in my eyes. Who else won 5 races in a row? Did Petty do it? Did Earnhardt do it? No. Jimmy Johnson is the GOAT in my eyes. Alright, on to Sweet 16 while everyone's triggered in the comments. If I may be frank, I didn't expect Matty Ice to make the playoffs at all. Sure, the 21 car managed to make a deep playoff run when Blaney was in the car in 2015 if I recall. However, I did not expect him to make a good playoff push early on. However, he's been kinda off lately, you know? And while he managed to survive Daytona, I don't see him making it out of round 18. Sorry Matty Ice, better luck next year. Yes, Kurt Busch. Ever since that 2020 season started, you've been in the pit. And while you have been close to winning on a few occasions, he wasn't able to get any of those wins. This means he's in a rough time in the playoffs. An early exit is inevitable. A first or second round exit is plausible. How? We're talking about Kyle Busch, the defending Cup Series champion, 56 Cup Series win, slayer of developmental drivers, and yet you can't even make it with a win? You have to make it by points? What happened to you, Kyle? Oh right, it's 2020, you're kryptonite. After NASCAR got hit by the pandemic, Kyle Busch has been in the pit as well. I mean, he was unable to get a win. He needs to fight his way up into the playoffs. That being said, it's 2020 still, so nothing is safe. A round of 12 is likely. Anything further than that would be a miracle in itself. Clint Boyer, the man who did poorly in the Invitational Series of Jimmy Johnson. We will not mention him now. Not only that, when the race started, he didn't miss much of a beat. Sure, he made the playoffs by points, but that was when the Daytona race was happening. I'll be honest, I didn't have him make the playoffs. I had Ryan Newman bigging in over him. I mean, if it wasn't for that scary wreck he had at Daytona, who knows where he might be in the playoff hunt. As for Clint, I have a little doubt in my mind that he's going to make a first round second exit. His ass is on hot seat, the time's almost up. A deep playoff push might change Stewart's mind, but that's unlikely. Too bad. I didn't expect him to make the playoffs because Eric Jones or Christopher Bell might take the next step to the playoff push. I was wrong. Jones is out of the 20 car next season and Bell is in the 20 car in what seems to be his revolving door ever since Stewart left the team. As for Eric, I don't have much to say, but his seat is getting warm. We do not know if Smithfield's coming back or something like that. Big money talks, and if big money walks away, then the slot is open for the taking. I don't expect him to make another round of 8 appearances. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I did not expect that Kentucky race that Cole Custer won. To be honest, I didn't have Cole Custer make the playoffs. I expected him to be a mid-pack car and finish top 25 in points. However, Cole Custer made me look like General George Custer. I wonder if they're related. Anyway, he made the playoffs, but I don't think that win is going to mean anything, as he is going to likely be a first or second round exit. Sure, win feels nice, and all but secures you right for next season, but I don't think it would be enough to finish well in the playoffs, and we have Darlington first. Not a good start for the playoff push. Y'all thought I was crazy for picking Austin Dillon to make the playoffs. Well, I can understand that. When I first posted it, I felt like I was ready to eat a big bag of shit. Shit, if he missed the playoffs. Shit, looking back on it now, I should have felt more confident. I didn't expect him to get a win, I expected him to make it in by points. Apparently not, because Texas happened. I did not expect him to make a deep playoff push. Best case scenario, round of 12 exit. Well, he did win at Daytona and has momentum on his side. I just didn't expect him to get a win at this season and just barely making it in the playoffs in points. Would you know it, he actually won a race and is actually a competent driver. I mean, yeah, then again, it's Daytona, anyone could have won it. Is he championship worthy? Far from it, but he does have a chance for a good playoff push. I would say a round of 12 exit is the best case. Maybe a round of 8 he gets lucky. Who knows? After the California win, people were expecting Bowman to make a serious run for the championship. For me, I had picked him to make the playoffs and possibly around the 12th exit. It wasn't expected from me, but I guess correctly that he would make the playoffs. His job may be on the line because of sponsorship issues, but I'm hoping he makes a deep playoff push because he needs those extra sponsorship. Danny B needs his Bowman picks like I need my teammate picks. Let's see if Bowman really becomes the showman. So, Blaney got a win in 2020. Ready to hear that? Where at? Talladega? Really? You sure? You sure? Like I said in the previous video, anyone could win at Talladega or Daytona. I'm more impressed that he only won at Vegas in a few races, but his crew chief decides to be an idiot and cost Blaney those wins. I will say this, Blaney does have a chance for a deep playoff push. I predicted a round of 8 exit this season, but he's not elite yet, but he does have more wins than his dad could dream of. To say I was disappointed this year would be actually a correct word. I was expecting more from MTJ, probably because I want to see him more wins to his name and contending for a title again. However, Truex is going through growing pains as he's got a new crew chief as his old one retired suddenly, and as for the season as a whole, I kind of think round of 8 is like his out point. Sorry, Martin Truex Jr. Well, I know who I'm following after Jimmy retires fully. I've been keeping a close eye on Elliott, and he's been showing some major problems as a potential NASCAR superstar. 2 wins to his name already, and still have the road to get through. Chase Elliott has 3 road course wins in a row, including the Daytona Roval. If he keeps his pace up, he might have a championship or 2 in his near future. All he needs is to make it to the final round and not choke it away like Hamlin. Maybe I'm overhyping him, but he does have a good chance to make it to the final 4. For 2020, for a lot of drivers, it has been a slight year for them. For Joey, he's been doing okay, I guess. I mean, he does have 2 wins in his name, but that was before the pandemic hit hard. I mean, he's been consistent after the pandemic, but not spectacular. I mean, only 4 races outside 2020? That's at least consistent. Consistently good, that is. A round of 8 or even possibly final 4 appearance is likely. Bad Brad has actually been a good driver for once this season. His job was on the line, and he managed to resign a 1-year extension to drive the 2 cars this upcoming season. As for the performance, 3 wins not to scoff at. That's a good season in itself. As for Chase, I don't think the championship is in the cards. I just have my doubts, sorry. Brad Keselowski will be a favorite to make the final 4, but I wouldn't put my bet money on it. Alright, quick tangent. Fuck you, Hamlin, for making that wreck that cost Steven Johnson his playoff spot. If it wasn't for you and the COVID, false positive that is, I'd be going nuts and saying, I told you so on Jimmy Johnson. If you win the title, I'll be less angry, but I will be salty. If you fail to win the title this year, I got a special video in the near future. Alright, tangent over. Hamlin is the favorite to make the final 4, and I can't argue with that. He's been fairly consistent. He has no races outside South 30, and looks like he might finally win a title and be considered a Hall of Famer. I mean, yeah, he has only 42 wins, nice, but he still has a few years left in the tank. How do I think he's going to win the title? I don't know. He's known to be a choker, and I don't want to give him that hope. If he wins, good. If not, well, I have this special video ready for him. Ah yes, Happy Harvick. The dude went on a beast run when NASCAR returned from COVID and hadn't looked back. 7 wins, including a back-to-back win in the same weekend in Michigan. As for the projection, I think he's an early favorite to win it all. As for his future, like Hamlin, he has a few years left in the tank, so we'll see if Harvick becomes a 2-time champion and be a guaranteed Hall of Famer. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that part. I mean, 50 wins isn't scoff at all. Oh man, this playoff is tougher than last season. Okay, so who are my 4 that I'm picking? Harvick's the obvious one, obviously. Hamilton will be there. I think Ellie will make the first Final 4 of his career, and Logano will take over the last lap. Bapper just missed the final spot. The playoff winner, I think, would have to go to Harvick. I will make a video on the playoffs before we arrive at Phoenix. We'll see who wins it all in the final 10 weeks. See you guys soon.
And then TJ Majors also said, I'll tell you when.
Okay, I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because it was I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought either Christopher Bell or Eric Jones might make it take the next step. I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought Eric Bell's? What? Oh my god. I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought... I almost said that again. I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought either Bells or Jones would make a... I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because... I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought either Eric Jones or Christopher Bell might make the This is gonna be a blooper session, isn't it? Okay then. I didn't expect you to make the playoffs at all because I thought Eric Jones or Christopher Bell might take the I woke up recently, so I'm still a little tired.